upset you now?
You've made an effort today.
I didn't mean to.
Okay.
Just my joggers were in the wash. True story.
I mean, you usually turn up looking like... I was in the last episode, I was talking about the documentary I'd watched about the homeless people in...
Oh,
yeah. I'd have gone, this is Seann.
In the tunnels.
Yeah.
We got him from the tunnels to do...
The problem is, I was sort of looking at it going, doesn't look that bad. I mean, it was... Then they would start talking about people being chopped up down there, and I was like...
No.
Yeah, that's not good, is it?
No, there's a very attractive homeless lady around my area.
In your bed.
That's how I got her. Fancy a shelter, love? Yes.
So it's my daughter's birthday, so I bought her a bike, and I'm now... Yes.
Harley Davidson.
Yeah. A little mountain bike with stablers. Sorry. But then I'm like, I've got a bike, but I haven't used it for so long, it's like, it's going to need servicing. And to get a bike service, to get rid of the sort of rust and sort of all of that, you know, it's going to probably cost like a couple of £100. So I was like, maybe I'll just buy a new bike. And I'm thinking about...
Oh, no. He's going to say it. Because does it rhyme with Dromfon? I can't even... Huh? Brom.
No, you've gone complete... Were you thinking of a Brompton?
Yeah.
No. You've gone completely the wrong way here.
Yeah, so you're getting an electric bike?
No, again, absolutely. You're in completely the wrong ballpark. I'm thinking about getting a BMX. When I say I'm thinking about getting a BMX, I'm getting a BMX.
Don't do it.
Why?
What are you talking about?
Well, no, it's only to drive around like the estate, and I'm like,
the estate.
Yeah.
You fucking drive around the estate in your BMX.
Yeah.
You're going to ride a BMX around your...
See, this is the problem. This is what I knew would happen. What the fuck's wrong with having a BMX?
It's just this for like, it's like hoodlums.
I'm thinking of either a Mongoose or a... or a Haro Freestyle, like an old vintage BMX.
You can get whatever BMX you want. It's still a BMX. What are you doing?
Why?
But are you going to do tricks?
I don't know. I'll see. I'll see if I can still. I might do a couple of endos, few wheelies, maybe build a ramp.
Right.
Go around knocking, see if any other kids want to come out and play on their BMXs.
That's what I mean.
It's a little bit. That's the only worry. Is like
those things that come out of the middle of the wheels.
Stump pegs.
Yeah, so that Alex can stand on the back.
Yeah.
Your missus holding onto your shoulders while she cycle round.
So I've been on Facebook Marketplace a lot.
Yeah.
There's some bargains out there.
I can't believe
this is...
So I found one Mongoose.
Stop saying you found a Mongoose. It just doesn't sound like you found a bike.
Yeah.
It really sounds like something else.
There's a Mongoose for sale in Southampton for £15. I've got a problem. I have got a problem.
Yeah.
I cannot go on any sort of marketplace website without offering less than they are selling it for.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
I think that's a good thing.
But it's £15 and I've offered him 10. It's already too cheap.
Yeah, for a Mongoose as well, that's a good price.
I'm like, just give him £15, but there's something in me. I can't help myself. It's like a compulsion to get a deal. So I've offered him 10. I've yet to hear back. There was another one that was 35. I've offered him 25. He's declined it, so he can go fuck himself. But I'm going to get a BMX. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm telling you now. I'm getting a BMX.
But like realistically,
by the time I next see you two, I will be the owner of a BMX.
Why didn't you just get a mountain bike like anyone else?
Why don't you just mind your own fucking business?
but why not?
Because I don't want a mountain bike. I want a BMX.
but aren't they like, they're harder to ride?
Yeah.
Like,
maybe for you, mate, not for me.
What are you talking?
Why are they harder to ride?
the centre of gravity's lower. You're not... I don't know, but they're not easy. It's not a comfortable bike to ride around.
They're for teenagers.
Teenagers and cool middle-aged men like me. Fucking BMX boys.
We're going to see them down the skate park.
Yeah,
I will go down the skate park. Yeah.
You won't go down the ramp.
No, you won't.
I will. All right, guys, how's it going? Got my new Mongoose.
Do you want to drag it in?
Yeah. But yeah, Like, there's nothing wrong with it, is there?
No.
It's nostalgic.
I get it. Do you just not think maybe? Will you be a tiny bit self-conscious?
Yes. Because of people like you two.
Yeah.
Going, oh, look at him on his BMX.
No, it's good.
I go, do you know what? I'm gonna get a little sign on the back that says, and fucking what?
Yeah. Can you take it, please, when you get it, make sure there are lots of photos.
Might bring it out here next time.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, please do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cycle here.
So I'm going to get like the mushroom grips, the soft grips. Did you ever have a BMX before your times, wasn't it?
No, I mean, I know what the people in my year had them. I was never a BMXer.
Yeah.
You weren't a BMX boy?
Unfortunately not.
Yeah, so I need a
Helmet?
bike. No. I'm riding around. I will end up in the bloody paedophile clinic. riding around the estate on a BMX with a helmet on. Here he is. You on your BMX, Paul? Yeah.
I can't believe the helmet is the thing that tipped this over.
Most people's midlife crisis is a sports car. Yeah. I can't afford that, so I'm getting a BMX.
Oh, stickers. There's stickers on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Ride or die. Get out of my face.
No
square.
fear?
Yeah. No fear.
Oh, no.
Shit.
Is it shit? Sorry.
There's no fair shit, is it? I thought it was
I don't like it.
cool
Yeah.
thing.
No, and we should really be listening to this guy about what's cool because this guy's getting BMX. So yeah, no fear. No fears for losers. What are you talking about?
You two listen to Blink 182. If anyone was going to get a BMX, I would have thought it'd be you two skateboarding the BMX.
It is a fair point.
Actually, one of my things that I cannot stand, and luckily it's not anyone on a BMX. So there's no problem, but adult skateboarders need to, as they say, get in the sea. If you're an adult and you skateboard, just go. I don't. No. It's unacceptable.
I think all of those things are fine if you used to do it. Do you know what? I used to really love skateboarding. I'm going to get on. Skateboarding's hard.
I imagine I used to like breastfeeding. There comes a time when you've got to stop.
I still like that.
Drinking the milk.
I should imagine I used to like sucking tits.
I directly meant getting the milk. But yes. Yeah. So you don't mind a skateboarder?
I mean, I know what you mean. It depends. I have to judge each case on its own individual merit. But like if someone's
fair point.
I used to skateboard and I've just bought a skateboard again, I go, oh, fair play, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's very good of you guys. You're much more open-minded than I am. I think you should be arrested.
Yeah.
I honestly can't stand it.
I tell you who I'd judge more, someone on a Brompton.
But the Brompton,
I
don't really understand it's the fold-up bike.
Yeah.
You're talking about a penny farthing.
Like you fold up the Brompton and unfold the Guardian. That's what you do. Isn't it? It's the old Brompton folder. Shut that. Open that. Sit down.
No, the thing about the Brompton is, do you know what? I actually don't. I don't really understand the hate. Sometimes. Do you do this? I get kind of taken along with like trends. People, Brompton bike, and I go, yeah, wanker with his Brompton bike. Actually, I've got absolutely no problem with anyone that has a Brompton bike. It's practical,
yes,
isn't it?
I don't think it's that I'd rather. I think being on a BMX, you go like, why have you got BMX? Because I'm an idiot. Like Brompton riders are not idiots, and that's why I don't like them. Do you know, it's sort of a level of organisation. You go, when it folds up, you can take it on the tube. You go like, right, you've lost me already. Do you know what I mean?
It falls
I'd
in the
rather be
same...
running for the tube. Go like, not I'd rather be that, but like those are the people that I warm to.
The Brompton is reminding you of how disorganised you are.
That's right. Every time I see a Brompton, I feel attacked.
I feel like that about basically people that run.
You know, they've got their briefcase or their sort of like satchel, and it's just like, well, I've got my lunch in here. I've got,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, I basically do all of that at the beginning of the week.
So right about the packed lunch.
So I prep. I do meal preps at the beginning.
I don't
of the
think
week.
I'm friends
These
with anyone.
people know what they're going to eat for the rest of the week at the beginning of the week.
I don't think I'm friends with anyone that preps a meal, and that goes back to your point of seeing someone with a Brompton and going like, no, I can't. You've lost me. I'm exactly that with a prepped meal. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do with your life?
Oh, I better prep the little rice and the chicken and the tomatoes for my thing later on.
Oh, you loser.
Yeah, I know.
What a loser.
Look at you with your 0% body fat. You know,
Oh,
pathetic.
your throbbing penis. What are you doing?
Your fully functional penis. Look at you with your jawline and your hard erection.
Your firm buttocks. Oh.
Look at you with your great mental health and your peak physical condition.
And your good skin. On the white in your eyes is clear
and
as the
your,
moon.
and your healthy bank balance because you're not spending fucking 40 quid a day on fast food. Well done, mate.
Good one.
Yeah, great. Good for you. But yeah, the Brompton, that's those people, isn't it?
Yes, I understand.
Career progression, tidy houses. None of my houses.
This is why you like that documentary about the homeless people under the tunnel.
Not my people.
Yeah.
My people.
These guys, this is all right. Look, they're not fussy. No one's got prepped meals here.
No,
These are good
Brompton.
people.
They are good people.
This guy's got no teeth. I like this guy.
Doesn't have to brush them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But no, that's it. I'm getting a BMX. So possibly this week.
Wow.
I mean, almost definitely this week, actually, I'd go as far as to say. Let me have a quick look if the Mongoose guy has replied.
I just can't work out
you
like in a
cycle?
practical. No, I don't. I actually dislike cyclists.
That's
a
weird
lot.
for Oxford.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I do. It's annoying that I live there.
I dislike cyclists. Where have
Yeah.
you moved to? Oxford.
Yeah.
I didn't really know.
That
at the
is
time.
literally cycling
I know.
central.
I know. I had no idea, and then I realised that. And
Let's
I
have a
hate it.
little gander at this.
What are you actually going to do on the BMX though? Like what? You're like go to the shop?
You're going to use it as transport.
or just to have a
It
little?
might be a bit dangerous, Paul. It's the most, again, middle-aged thing I've said on it. I feel like we're really kind of transitioning into the next stage of our lives because I'm genuinely thinking, Paul, that might be a bit dangerous.
Yes.
There's a very low centre of gravity. It's easy to fall off.
They're for tricks.
Yeah.
That's why they exist. They're for tricks.
Yeah.
So maybe just get a mountain bike and a helmet.
Nah.
Okay.
Way too sensible. I mean, for 15 quid, if it doesn't work out, well, I'll just sort of, we could use that as a special. We could do some sort of BMX. We could turn this into Jackass.
Yes.
Bring a BB gun. Mikey, can you ride down a thing while we shoot pellets at you
That
naked?
sort of thing I will do.
Did you used to do things from Jackass?
No.
You're too old. You missed that.
Oh,
I
100%.
would get a video. We borrowed a video camera from media studies in my secondary school, and we went down to the B&Q car park, got on a trolley, and my friend pushed me full speed, ran with me. I was in the trolley, pushed me into a stinging nettles.
I did that.
Yeah, loads of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And filmed it.
No. A friend of mine was taking a shit while we were out on our BMXs back in the day and asked me to keep watch. And I rode past and pushed him into the stinging nettles while he was having a shit. It's really out of order.
We had a tunnel in the South Wonston in the village I live. You go down a backtrack, and there's one of those. So there's like a kind of a bridge in the forest, but underneath it is a track. On top
Like
of
for
it,
cattle.
No, it's just for walking down and cars and like farm stuff. But people always walk their dogs under there. On top of it, there was a hole about as big as this table. I have no idea what the use for that hole is supposed to be. But
What you used it for.
We would try and get ready to squeeze out a shit and see if we could time it to.
Shit on people.
What?
Yeah.
They didn't do that on Jackass, dude.
Yeah.
They were all friends.
Similar.
No, they were doing it to themselves
Yeah.
for a start.
Oh.
Like, I don't
You're
reckon,
like a
I don't
pigeon.
reckon MTV would have gone, on today's show, we're going to be shitting on members of the public. Today, this is called the shit off, and I'm basically going to try and shit on someone's head. Is that okay? No, it's not okay. That is assault.
Yeah, Trigger Nappy TV.
It never hit anyone, but we give it a go.
Oh, that's all right. You got done for intent. I wish you'd gone to court
I
for
can't
that.
believe it. Is that because of Jackass?
Similar vibe, isn't it?
But you're influenced by Jackass.
Of course, I love Jackass.
Another influence with Jackass, I ran, there was a fence, a garden fence, a back garden fence on a street,
Yeah.
and I ran and flipped into the fence. and with my weight went through the fence and down into their garden. That programme, I reckon, did a lot of damage worldwide.
Yes.
I mean, you just missed it.
I remember it. I watched it and stuff.
I loved. Did you?
But
Ever
you
do
didn't
the bull
think
thing?
I need to go and do that.
No.
Oh, I did. It was life changing.
Alligators bite my balls.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. The adrenaline, though. Did you ever go to you'd go to find a bull, and then you'd try and anger the bull, and then you
What?
You know, they call people adrenaline junkies. This guy's a real adrenaline junkie. What does he do at the weekend? He likes to go to this hole in the bridge, try and shit on people that are out having a war. Oh, he's such an adrenaline junkie. And he's just constantly looking for his next fix.
Who's this?
Yeah.
We could pitch this to MTV.
Yeah. Oh man! Oh, you're the guy that shits on innocent people's heads. Adrenaline. Yeah. No fear.
Cut to 20 years from now. He's playing a bad guy in Men in Black.
Men in brown.
that is I don't know. I liked that sort of stuff. Like
I
someone
like
getting
that.
angry.
Sorry,
No,
that
but-
sort of stuff. What other stuff is in that realm?
It's not really about the pooing on someone. It's more about that person seeing that you're trying to do that and then chasing you.
Yeah.
That was the adrenaline.
Were you filming it?
Of course, yeah. I filmed everything.
Yeah,
I wish
still got-
I
just
wish- no, but I
Can we
wish
put
I
that
did.
out as a special?
On Crime Watch.
Someone watching it going, hang on a minute. I remember that. Yeah, no, I'd like throwing sort of stuff off bridges and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, that is. We get water balloons, Tower Street
Yeah.
car park, and then drop them off the top. That's water balloons.
Well, I
That's
told
fine.
you about the graffiti that I did in the multi-story car park in Winchester.
Oh, maybe you did with your
And
gang.
Yeah. I can't remember what my tag was tomorrow, but tomorrow. and we did a piece that was a penguin, but my mate's dad used to work for the council. We were around at his house getting stoned, and his dad came back and he spent the day cleaning this thing off that we'd done.
Tomorrow.
He come in, he goes, because he knew that,
He knew your tag.
No, he knew that my mate, some of his mates did graffiti. I wasn't really.
Didn't you have a graffiti name?
Yeah, tomorrow. That was my. Yeah, I mean, this was a short-lived thing. Like friends of mine to this day were into that.
Yeah.
And I just sort of like had a brief sort of. It was like you with the shitting. I wasn't. It was just a.
It was a one-off for me. Yeah.
I wasn't really into that. They were all into hip hop and stuff, and I wasn't into that. But
Yes.
I just sort of had a brief dalliance with it.
Didn't you have a nickname? Remember there was a nickname. You used to tell it in stand-up.
Oh, the mash up plenty policeman posse.
Oh, that's what I was trying to...
Yeah.
What was that? What was the mash-up policeman...
That was the crew.
That's what I mean, you had a crew.
Yeah.
So you had a graffiti, your tag was tomorrow, and you were part of a graffiti group called
Well, when I say graffiti group, it was just me and one other guy. Joel, who you probably know actually. Jules is still good mates with him. But
That's got to be a What's Up City Now drinking game when you go, you probably know him actually.
yeah.
Joel.
Nice guy.
He's called 2 Day. He's like, it's 2, but it's a day.
You could have joined us. You'd be called next Wednesday. Okay, yeah. So,
Yeah, I was part of when I was do you know this? When I was at secondary school, I was part of a group called...
sorry. Yeah, go on. Well, we were mooning. When they built Parliament Place, which is next to Badger's Farm Sainsbury's, up on the bank, we were like mooning at passing by traffic, and one of my mum's friends saw us.
Oh, yeah.
Have I said that?
Yeah. I was always too embarrassed to moon.
Yeah.
I was never comfortable to just pull my trousers down and get my bum out in front of anyone, really.
I like the moon.
When I was a teenager, I was part of a group that was named after the wrestling group DX.
Right.
We were DX. This is
you're
at
wrestling?
secondary school. I was way too old for this.
Yeah.
I remember one day it snowed, and before school started, we all went to the snow on the field and walked and treaded into the ground so that it's spelt in massive letters DX.
Right.
It's just what? I want to go back and go, what are you doing? Why didn't you read?
I know.
What are you doing? Pretending to be part of a wrestling group. You're not a wrestler.
I know.
You're a little kid.
But you can't. Yeah.
I thought I was in DX. I would go around going, suck it. I got 2 words for you. Suck it. You missed all of this, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm gutted.
So late.
Absolutely. Not a day that goes by where I don't regret the fact that I wasn't around for that.
I know, it's so embarrassing. Like, I remember there was a kid called Ricky, and he would be Mr. Ass.
Right.
Because there was a wrestler called Mr. Ass. And we'd do stuff like, stand up a second, I'll show you. I'm not doing anything.
All of a sudden, my graffiti doesn't seem so
It's
embarrassing.
so embarrassing. I still cringe. So we'd do stuff like this. So in wrestling, you go like, I got 2 words for you. And you go, suck it. Right?
I got 2 words for you. Suck it. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, neither do I.
Hold your arms up. Imagine this before school. I would be going like round and going like, like, what am I doing? Like, I should have been learning about history, how wars started.
I know. I've got no. I have got an embarrassing level of knowledge around most things that people know about. I think, well, of course, and I'm thinking, oh, don't.
No,
mate,
I've got
'cause I'm-
no idea.
I'm out of my depth.
And you know me, I've tried in the past to like.
And what happened to all the
try and
history
catch up.
pods?
I'm just
Too late.
It honestly feels too late. I'm
tell you what, I
you're
watched
passing that off as if that bit's obvious.
Yes.
I don't know the obvious bit.
Yeah.
What's Germany?
Yeah, it's like when I wrote on 4D's TV show Unspun.
Yes.
It was a political show, and they were like, they still got me in.
I can see why they got you in. Yeah.
But they wanted someone that was going to be.
It's like Commander Iannucci doing this show.
For people, exactly for people that weren't into politics, basically.
I see, right.
And
that
mate,
makes sense.
I tell you what, there were days where I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get through today because, the producer would come in and go, mate, amazing development, and he's like, something, the single market, and I'm like, what is the single market?
What is the single market?
Really excited about a political development, and I'm like, I don't know what any of the words you have just said mean.
Totally.
Yeah.
The single market just sounds like a category on Tinder.
Yeah,
Just go to the single
exactly.
market. There they are. I don't
don't
know.
have a
Oh
clue.
man, I just and I love 40 so good, and it was such a good show, and I love watching it, but I was absolutely useless.
Oh, I think I was 23 when I was on Mock the Week. They're honestly Berlusconi. And I'm like, I literally don't know who you're talking about. Like, I couldn't believe that people knew, genuinely, couldn't believe that people knew the names of other prime ministers.
I know.
You're like, what?
Yeah, I don't know any of them.
As well, there's a sort of part of you, and I think you're like me in this respect, that when people start talking about you, go like, what? The bloody news? Good one, mate. What are we gonna, there's a bit of laugh talking about the news. And I just thought everyone was sort of blagging it that they knew a bit about it. And you go like,
Yeah.
oh no, they actually know about
They do
it.
know.
Oh, it's just like, you
What
see
they're
a clip
talking
of
about.
like Macron. And how can you have an opinion on Macron? I'm like, I know his name.
Yes.
That is where it ends.
But there will still be, until fairly recently when I'd see Macron, I'd think that they weren't talking about that, they were talking about something else.
the fish.
Or
like
like
mackerel.
a diet, or...
Yeah. I kind of go Macron, mackerel.
What is Macron?
He's the president of France.
Don't make us... Did you not know that?
Sorry, I didn't know we were talking
Come
about...
on, mate.
I didn't actually know we were talking about
You need
person.
to,
I
you need
thought
to brush
Macron
up.
was
You
a
need
food
to
or
brush up on your
What's his first
geopolitics
name?
because we're going to change the direction of this podcast.
Yes, first name.
Emmanuel.
I think it's Emmanuel, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it Emmanuel Macron?
Should I check?
think so.
Yeah,
I
check,
don't know.
Mikey. Yeah.
Emmanuel
do you know-
Macron.
Hovering. Shall I check? Yeah, check.
Yes, it is Emmanuel Macron.
Yeah.
And he is the president of France.
Sorry, guys, if we're getting too political for you.
Yeah, I apologise.
Can't you handle the political chat?
So funny, the news.
How far back can you go naming members of the royal family? So you go Queen Elizabeth II,
Yeah. The Queen Mum.
but that was what was her name?
Mum.
Yeah. And then Queen Victoria.
Don't forget.
King Edward. King Edward?
And I don't want to
Definitely
upset
not.
anyone when I say this. I literally do not give a shit about the royal family.
But neither do I. I couldn't care less. But I thought it'd be interesting to see
Oh,
how.
okay. All right. Didn't know we had Harry supporters in.
Only because it's Queen's Park Rangers. That's no. I'm not. I couldn't give a shit about Harry. I couldn't give less of a shit about any of
Yeah,
them.
I couldn't care about any of them.
Crazy.
It has absolutely, and I come from a family that did sort of like, the royal wedding. We like,
Imagine
I'm
giving
like
a shit.
oh, I love the Queen. You're like, mate,
I don't care. Queen's Park Rangers, exciting thing for this coming season. We are all in the same league.
Oh,
Oxford,
yeah.
Southampton, and QPR.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Less exciting for me to have gone down to that.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah. Less exciting for me just being reminded that, that's to come.
But yeah,
we're
no,
going
it was
down.
definitely, and I do like when people do know about this stuff and wear it lightly.
Yes.
Yeah, I think some people sort of like can sense that maybe you're a bit of a dunce and will just sort of go easy with you. But then I don't like people who over-egg the pudding.
No.
Well, of course, that's the thing. We're very much in knock it off with the big words, mate. I've just,
Still struggling with tariffs over here. All I ever read about is tariffs, and I'm like, I don't really know what you're talking about.
I know more about that because
Do
it's
you?
in the news.
I don't.
well, yeah,
I don't.
I know roughly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't.
Attacks.
I mean, again, I start showing an interest in it when it's going to make things cheaper for me.
Or more expensive.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, or which is basically everything all of the time for about the past 10 years.
Yeah.
For about the past 10 years.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm sort of bored of that.
Yeah,
What I'd
yeah,
quite like to hear is this is a thing that's happening, and the upshot of this is everything is going to be 25% cheaper. I go, that's good news.
That is lovely.
That's not going to happen.
No, ever again.
Yeah, no.
No. Because the world is fucked.
But can I just say, hasn't it? The world has always been fucked. It's never gotten cheaper.
Not like this, Sean.
No, I know.
And I know what you're doing because you did this last week. You're sort of you're trying to set me up as a make Britain great again sort of boomer. You sort of like, last
Maybe
week
that
it was
is-
about like technological advances, and now it's just like things get more expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Not at the rate they are currently getting more expensive. To the
yes.
point where you will be in a supermarket and go, that is literally 5 times what it used to be in living memory.
Or hang on. That was
And as long as I've been buying things.
Paul, that was 20p cheaper when I walked in.
Exactly. Yeah. I forgot to get something. By the time I went back round, it had gone up a pound.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yes, I think what I'm being set up here as someone who's like, oh, the old days were better. I know you're not setting me up.
No,
as
no,
this,
no, no,
like,
no. But just to ease the dread. Just to
No, this is the point. Sorry, let me while I'm on that chain of thought. Where I'm sort of saying the world is fucked, but you're saying it's always been fucked.
Yes.
It is in like when you watch the news and stuff, you go like, the news was not always like this.
No, it's crazy.
It's like, like so.
The news was like there's a cat up a tree.
The terrible thing that's
Yeah.
happened in Liverpool, and just when they sort of spoke about the ethnicity of the driver, and then people are going, well, it was unusual for them to have come out and said that so quickly. And then you're watching Keir Starmer sort of being interviewed and saying, we had, I don't know whether he said we had to, or because I think he was saying that they were leading it, but they had to get that out to stop misinformation spreading on social media. And you're like, mate, this is so, it must be so draining.
Oh my God.
So you go like, if we don't get this information out quickly, there's going to be riots because other people are going to get there first.
Yes,
So
yeah.
to keep on top of that. So yeah, I do think the world is fucked because of social media and stuff like that. It's.
I'm not disputing that, absolutely. But I was just in terms of like the money thing. But yes, absolutely. So
But
social
the
media,
speed at
just
which the disparity between what people earn and what things cost to be able to afford. Everyone should be able to buy a house. I don't want this to be overly political, but like you should be able to buy a house. That should be like an achievable goal for everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that is not an achievable goal for everyone.
No.
Yeah. I here end of the sort of like sermon, but just it's like the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, and that is just a fact.
Yes.
You know.
I'm in total agreement.
Get me back on that fucking political show, man.
Yeah, I know. You're watching Question Time.
No, but it's... Well, no, but, you know, I just feel like people having to watch them, what they spend. They're like, oh, well, I probably can't afford a holiday this year.
Yeah,
it's just like...
Two jobs.
Everyone should be able to work and do these things. That's just sort of...
2 jobs. People having 2 jobs is bonkers.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
It is.
Yes.
But anyway, enough of that. I went on a golf trip. Sorry, that's contrary to everything I've just said. But I did work while I was there. So I went on a golf trip to Wales. It's actually pretty good. 300 quid for 3 rounds of golf at the Vale, which is where Wales football team and rugby team, it's like their training facility.
Oh, okay. They just play golf? No wonder they're no good.
3 rounds of golf, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then dinner, bread and breakfast for 2 nights. It's fucking not bad, is it?
300.
No, that's okay.
300 quid, yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
But then I put the Glee in while I was there. So I was obviously they're all boozing. And
The comedy club.
But mate,
Cardiff Glee.
I played well on day 1. So we did it, it's like the Winchester Riders Cup, so it's 24 people.
Who are these people? Friends you've made along the way, played golf?
Some of them I knew from old.
Yeah.
Some of them are golf mates. Sort of thing. So people that I play with on Sunday. Good laugh.
Right.
Funny. Good like banter, and it was good. It was a good trip. And on day 1 I played well. So the day 1 is doubles. So it was 6 doubles matches. So there's 12 people in each team, Blues and the Reds.
Yeah.
Reds, who I had just joined, this is the first year I've gone on this trip, had not won it for 4 years.
Okay. This feels like a setup. This feels like the beginning to a Netflix doc.
And then by the end of day 1 we were 5-1 up. I won my match. So doubles is like it's 2 of you playing match play.
Taking turns to hit the ball.
No. So like
you both hit the ball at the same time.
So no. One of you.
You stand behind him and put your arms around and hold his golf
So
club.
match play, if you're playing singles, is like so you'll work out what your handicap is, and then based on that, you win a hole. So like if let's just say we were both playing off scratch. And you got a 4 and I got a 5, you've won the hole. That means you're 1 up.
Okay.
There's 18 holes and it will go on. And if we both got 4, we would have half the hole. Are you understanding?
Hopefully the listeners are.
So anyway, there are 18 points to play for over a match. And so we won our match on day 1. Day 2, I think that might have been the best I've ever played golf.
Okay.
Like, so I was in another doubles match and I'm playing against and it was like funny how well I was playing. I got 3 birdies, like mostly pars. Everything was going in. They were like, this is so one of them would play a good shot like to get a hole back, and then I just played a shot. I don't know what happened. I should have. I didn't play like this on the last day. So we were 8-4 up by the end of day 1. Is this? I don't know if this is interesting to anyone listening.
Well, you could. Well,
I'm engaged in the story.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
But then on day 3,
I imagine it's tough if you don't like golf.
Singles. So there's 12 matches, and I played so badly on the last day. It was raining. It was really hot for the first 2 days.
So you're good when it's dry.
Everyone was so hungover, man.
And you didn't take advantage.
By day 3, people looked like they'd been at war. People were getting golf buggies because they couldn't walk anymore. It was like, and these are all people sort of like I would have been sort of. There were maybe 4 or 5 younger, roughly my age.
Okay,
I'd say.
Yeah.
But mate, by day 3, people are turning up like, oh fuck. Everyone's having pints obviously before they went out at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Hair of the dog. It's sort of weird when you see that and go like, I mean, I was the hair of the dog master, but like, just not
It's the hair of the dog master.
I love a hair of the dog. As soon as I could get a booze, I'd be like, I'm having a drink, you know.
Yes. I was never a big hair of
You were
hair
never
of the
really
dog
much
guy.
of a day 2 guy, were you? You'd like just
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd get too damaged and not be able to. And I would throw up a lot, and I'd be out. I would just do so much
I'm not
damage.
a day drinker. I'm a night drinker.
So now,
not a
once
day
I'm
drinker.
on a bender, it would be like 2 or 3 days, at best.
By the way, festivals I
Yeah.
could and would, but I needed
Festivals are
that
different,
extra
I
help.
think.
But it's interesting being around that. Like, one bloke couldn't find his room, went to reception to ask them where he was staying. They're like, we don't fucking know. It's just, it was. And then in the breakfast in the morning, everyone's coming. I had 3 full English breakfasts in a row. By day 3, I felt like shit.
Yes, this is the thing. The body is now. You think, oh, quit drinking, and then I'll just be kind of this healthy ball of energy.
No.
And no, you start going, oh, do you know what? I think I ate too much cheese yesterday.
Yeah.
It just becomes another
cheese
thing.
hangover's the worst.
What?
You never had a cheese hangover?
No.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awful
Of
headache.
course.
Yeah.
Is this just older people? Or
No. You obviously don't eat.
I think it's partly to do. Yes. I'm going to say
I
yes.
eat cheese.
I'm going to say
I
yes.
like cheese.
The things that you like, something that in your 20s you wouldn't be feeling a bit rough because the day before you had a steak quite late.
I don't think I'd ever get that.
I think
you
steak
will.
can make me feel a bit rough the next day, weirdly.
This is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
This is what I'm saying. So now we're at that age where Mikey, you're not special. This is to come.
No.
You're going to
And
be
you
going,
think you
why
are
did I
when
feel
you're that age.
rough? Oh, God, I feel rough. Why do I feel rough? And then you'll just go back and you'll go, oh, it was that steak I had and
With
I had
me,
a bit
it's
too much
usually because I haven't
peppercorn
drunk any
sauce.
water.
Why don't you drink more water then?
Can't be asked. I cannot be bothered.
Yeah.
You don't drink water, actually. I've
No.
noticed that.
I'm trying to quit fizzy drinks. I'm
Yeah.
trying to... What's
I do
that?
drink. That's blackcurrant and soda.
Why not just get some water?
I mean, I drink blackcurrant and soda, and I'm about to buy a BMX. I'm 50 years old.
oh, my God.
I've started having 0 lagers actually, but a shandy.
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. That's mostly golf because it's just like 20 pints and 1 blackcurrant soda looks fucking mad. So
Yeah.
Just like I was like, oh, this is delicious.
Do you know what's good? A Guinness 0-0.
Yeah.
So you could have 2.
Yes.
After 2, it's like, what am I doing?
I've heard they're the best zero alcohol
but you
beer.
have to be drunk to then have a third Guinness because you're just drinking black soup. It's like melted black ice cream.
I love it, though. I'm really into Guinness at the moment.
Yeah, but that's
it's the
because
best.
I can drink. I can like
Mikey,
session drink it.
Yes, because it's got alcohol in it. My point is, if you take the alcohol
I
out
see,
of
I
it,
see. All right,
you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
do 3.
That is true.
Like
Mine
it
are
just
very
because
much
you just go,
alcoholic.
how are people doing this?
I used to hang out with a guy when I was younger called Jamie. I loved him, man, and he got in touch. Anyway.
Jamie, if you're listening, get back
He
in
got
touch.
No, he got in touch through Instagram. I should track him down. He's oh mate, blah blah blah. Anyway, I used to inject Polish boot spirit, which was basically like
What?
Injecting alcohol.
What?
Yeah.
What? We do not.
Is that
Just
safe?
Is that something you'd recommend? Paul?
No. I mean, he also had Mota tattooed on his forearm, MOTA, because he wanted to have Motorhead tattooed, and whoever did it realised after MOTA that he'd spelled it wrong. So he just
Oh my God!
he was a top bloke, man. Really funny guy. Yeah.
What's the stuff called that he was injecting?
Polish boot spirit?
Polish boot. What is it, like a moonshine type thing or something?
I don't know. I think it's just like 95% out. Have you found it?
Yeah, I mean it says it's this is
what,
boot polish. That's probably different.
you remember Robin?
Yeah.
Robin would like sniff aerosol.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would do that.
Yeah, that was quite common when I was at
Yeah.
school. I sort of caught the tail end of glue sniffing. Never did it myself.
No, I
hasten
don't think
to
I
add,
ever
but-
glue sniffed.
But there was a lot of it going on.
No,
But it wasn't like Pritt stick, was it? That
No,
was the light
Eva.
stuff. Right.
It was the tubs of Eva. I can remember you just see people sat in the sort of cathedral grounds with the carrier bags. Just like-
I think I tried it with Pritt stick and nothing happened.
Yeah, no, that doesn't get you high. That just.
What's it? What?
I tried it with blue tack. I was sniffing sellotape and
Yeah.
yeah,
did
no, it's
do
Evo.
exactly
It's
that.
like proper solvent, you know.
And what was the high?
Well, like hallucinogenic, I think, isn't it? Like,
Whoa!
sort of like I imagine it to be like a combination between poppers and acid.
Okay, yeah. So a very short stint.
Yeah,
You kind of.
we could do that as a special. What's up, saying now? Glue sniffing special.
Well, it's crazy the stuff you do. I remember me and Robin.
Well, I didn't do it. Either
no,
of those
but like,
things.
like you know, I think me and Robin had ran out of booze.
Yeah.
And there was nowhere open or something. So we just tried. We were like, maybe this will work, and sniffed the insides of a tea bag. Just like ripped open the tea bag, empties the tea bag.
I did not think you were going to say that.
And sniffed the
Like
tea
everything
bag.
you've done in an attempt to get high, I could have told you before you tried it was not going to work. What about sniffing tea? Yeah, that won't work. Save the tea bag for the morning when you'll probably want a cup of tea.
Yeah, where were you when we needed you? We were there in the kitchen. This is exactly what happened. Oh my nose! It really hurt. I said, Paul.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about it, do not sniff a tea bag.
Yeah, that would be. He's back on it. He's sniffing tea bags.
I remember Vanilla. It's my favourite ever. You've just reminded me of this. Of like he's back on it. Seeing one of those women's magazines, and it was Vanessa Feltz.
Oh yeah.
And the quote was from like her friends. She's drinking custard again.
That's another thing. Sounds like you tried to do to get high.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What about other things you've done to try and get high? You come on. You must have. I imagine if you think about it, you'll get something. You must have a.
What's that film? I think it was called Get Him to the Greek. Have you seen that film?
Russell Brand and P. Diddy.
Yeah. I've made one of those. What do they call? They had a joint that they put like everything in, and they called it something.
Oh right.
Whatever they call. I've done one of those where it has every drug in the joint, and then you smoke it, and it really fucks you up.
He went sort of like it's really fucking up.
I just had a flashback to how horrible that feeling was.
Ridiculous.
Right, let's get this back on a more wholesome track and have some reviews.
Let's do it.
Yes, we should. It's time for 1-star reviews.
Yes. I'm sort of keeping in. Last week I was talking about hairdressers. This is now sort of beauty salons.
Oh,
Have you been recently?
I haven't. I'm not needed to. Actually.
what is the difference? Is that where women go?
Mikey? You can't say that.
Oh, sorry.
Not in 2020.
Wait.
There
what's
aren't
wrong?
women. There are just people.
Oh, sorry. Is that where
People go.
people that identify as women go?
That's where people go. You're in hot water.
Okay.
Yes, I think it is something that is usually. I mean,
Would you have a
women and gay men.
Would you have a pedicure?
I wouldn't not have one.
Okay. Would you have a pedicure?
Is that where the fish like eat your feet? or
No,
something?
it's where normally a woman does your toenails, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have very nice toenails. I don't think.
Well, that's the whole point. You
would do after a pedicure.
Yeah, you need to have
I'm
a pedicure.
pretty sure the pedicure.
How often do you
fix
wash
them.
your feet?
Well, whenever I shower. I don't wash them separately to the shower though. Do you do that?
Take them off.
What, the feet?
Yeah, no, I don't. I see. I got
I
called
see
out
what
for
you
this
mean.
by someone. I don't wash my feet every time I have a shower because I think
They're being washed.
Yeah, but
my
what is being
point
washed?
exactly.
Yeah, that's what I would
And they were
think.
like, "Ugh, no,
What?
they're not. You've got to wash like the wash them. I'm
Oh,
not washing
shut
them every
up.
time.
No, I don't
I
scrub
now
my feet.
probably twice a week wash them, like give them a good going over.
Oh, get over it. No way.
I don't think I've ever.
Absolutely
In that case, I've probably never washed my feet.
I dread to think. The DNA that's on your feet.
Mikey,
You rinse
You've
the
probably
feet.
still got particles of that shit that you tried to
I
take through
just,
the bridge.
I just stand there.
Yeah, exactly.
I just stand there in the shower.
But then, like,
that's the
all of the
wash.
stuff that you walk
Yeah.
in and like that's going down there and
Oh wait.
That's the wash.
You don't. Do you wash your bum and genitals?
Yes.
Right, okay,
I do.
fine.
what do you think he's doing?
No,
He just
but I
said he
don't-
just
but I don't-
stands
I don't
there.
like wash my body and my legs and all. No.
That's what. Yeah,
I'm like,
I do
it's
that.
raining. I'm being washed.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I get right in there.
Yeah, no. I
and
can't,
where?
I can't be bothered.
All of it, mate. Under the balls, up the.
No, that section.
I do- I
that
do
section
get-
has to.
That gets a really good going over.
That
has-
Twice sometimes.
But-
I've had a particularly sweaty day.
This part of my body.
I actually do wash my bum hole. I do.
All right, so it's good to be clear about that.
No, because it is a thing for me. I really hate bum holes.
Bum hole.
I've like body washed that twice, and sometimes even
Bum wash it.
Even
You can't body wash a bum. You can only bum wash a bum.
I bum wash my bum, and sometimes even. This is weird to say. Sometimes even put my finger in just a little bit.
God.
So, okay, fine. Sorry, but just to really clean it.
Yeah, why can't it just stay in
nice
a normal?
chat
Oh, sorry. No, but
It's just
hygiene.
anything. It's anything. I was like, how was the lasagna? Yeah, I like the lasagna. Sometimes I like to take it home and just rub some on my.
Rub it on my cock.
It's like, why?
One time, you like lasagna? Yeah, one time my brother fucking fucked mine, and then we got my other brother to eat it.
Exactly.
Right, okay. I've got a good story about lasagna. Oh, right. Well, this is going to be a new method. No. I put it on my balls and got my dog to lick it off.
I know. I did like spaghetti bolognese. Did you? Oh, that's funny. I ate a bowl of shit. What? What's that got to do with
Do you
spaghetti
ever
bolognese?
sometimes stick the sort of uncooked spaghetti at your ass first?
Why I said I had a spaghetti bolognese, and you said you ate a bowl of shit. What's your eating a bowl of shit got to do with me eating a spaghetti bolognese?
I'd had spaghetti bolognese.
I'd had a spaghetti bolognese, and I digested it. So technically, I was eating spaghetti bolognese. It's just that it turned
It's a
into
spaghetti
shit.
bolognese story.
Yes.
Okay.
Point taken.
Yeah, point taken. Probably not the right phrase to use to end that sort of little section with either, is it?
I think. Am I being a bit slow? What do you mean?
I don't know.
Point taken. Don't worry. Okay, you made me think
my finger is the point.
Not sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Understood.
But yes, I'm pretty thorough when it comes to washing the.
Yeah, but not
old,
up there.
No.
No.
I don't really go up there. By the way, I don't go up. I'm just saying, where is the line between being in and being out?
Okay, this bit, the beak in my cap,
Yes.
is the bum hole, and my head is your finger, right? So stop me when you go. That's how much finger.
Whoa! Slow down. You've gone way too fast.
No bullshit.
Huh?
So I'm gonna put it
Wait. Your head is my finger.
here. Yeah, and the cap here is your
Yeah.
bum hole.
Yeah, I'm not going in. What I'm saying is, I don't even know what is in. Like, because it goes naturally in as well.
Right,
because
now you sound like you're in court.
It's always the second record.
Yeah.
Always the
All right,
second
fine.
record.
So,
Right.
not
You've got to
really.
review,
I
Paul.
think that just file under washing your bum, Mikey. You're fine.
Good, I wash my bum.
Worst salon experience I have ever had, and this is from Alex in London. Upon arrival, they had no clue of my booking and seemed confused. I explained that I'd booked 4 laser hair removal sessions on Groupon, but again, they could not understand this. They sat me down and made me wait. Meanwhile, the manager paced up and down the salon, shouting down the phone, which was extremely unpleasant and unprofessional, and made me feel very uneasy. Once she was finished her argument, she came over to me and proceeded to have a go at me for booking via Groupon, blaming me for the salon losing money
don't
again,
like that,
making me
do they?
feel very uneasy. I then had to fill out outdated forms, which by my next appointment they'd lost, and made me search through all of my client forms to find a complete breach of personal data. The salon itself is dirty and the room for laser is atrocious. I was told to undress and lay on the bed. The room was poorly lit, cramped, dirty, and a door was missing, which meant my naked body was in plain sight of any customers or staff walking past.
That's my worst nightmare.
Yeah, mine too.
That's out of order, isn't it? To make matters worse, they didn't even have the required safety eyewear for when the laser is in use. So instead, strap cotton wool to my eyes.
What is this? What is this?
What?
This can't be real.
She's supposed to have goggles on for the laser. They didn't have any, so they just sellotaped some cotton wool to her eyes. Oh God, the laser machine itself looked like it was made in the 80s, and after the 4 sessions I've seen absolutely no results. I've had laser at 3 other sessions and have seen amazing results after only the first session. I could not discourage people from ever going to this salon enough. A horrid experience and a waste of time and money. Avoid.
Wow. Where was that called? Where was it?
It was called Share Salon.
Do you know where it was?
London.
Oh, shame. I'd like to look out for that. Around the country. Very good. I've just looked for the London Eye. I went big, I went broad.
Yeah.
And
Have you been on?
No. No interest.
Have I been on there?
Absolutely no interest.
I've been on it. It was shit.
Of course it was shit.
Yeah. But like, I think it was fine, but like, it wasn't fun.
How old were you? Why did you
I
go
was probably
on?
like 10 or something. I don't know. Someone did it for their birthday party when it first came out, and they did birthday parties on the London Eye. So you'd like have a cake in the middle, and you'd like have a private one.
Did you try and shit out the window? You're like a seagull. And he just shit on the passers-by below. Old seagull Benwell.
Yeah, I suppose I was.
I've got no interest in that stuff. Have you?
What,
Not-
shitting
I
out?
knew you were going to say.
What, the London Eye?
Yeah. Do you think you'll ever go on the London Eye?
I think I have been on there, actually. I'm pretty sure I've been on there now, I think about it. But it's a long time
Have you
ago.
been up the Shard?
I beg your pardon.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And then
Have I been at the Shard? I don't know. Is that not where Talk Sport is? No.
No, it's near there.
Yeah.
It's next door. It's the tallest building in the UK.
Yes. No, I don't think I've been up there. No, I've been up the Eiffel Tower. I've been up Rockefeller.
Yes.
I went to see a recording of Late Night with Seth Meyers, and Lorne Michaels was in there, and I was like, "Fucking, that was Lorne Michaels." And I told my wife, and she was like, "I don't know, I've got no idea what you're talking about."
No. See, you watched the chat show?
Yeah.
Just in the crowd?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Was that fun?
it was great. Yeah,
Who was on?
Hannibal Buress. Who else was on? Can't remember who else. But yeah, it was just like
That's something to do.
we just
a
walked
nice
past it.
memory.
It's like, oh, maybe we.
That's amazing.
I was going to try and go to Saturday Night Live, but it's just sort of like, oh, we did something else instead. But yeah,
That's pretty amazing to just walk past and then
we
end up.
we went in, and then I was like, oh, we should try and come to Saturday Night Live. And I was
Oh,
like,
that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. And then that's cool.
Much cooler than the London Eye.
Yes.
This is from Mike D from Texas.
Not from Beastie Boys.
If he's from Texas.
Is there a Mike D and Beastie Boys?
No idea.
We got stuck at the top of the London Eye for over 20 minutes. No explanation, no apology, miserable. But honestly, that's just England all over. Grey
Fuck you.
skies,
Fuck you,
grumpy
Mike D.
people, food with no flavor, and everything costs double what it's worth. The tea obsession, overrated. The roads, tiny. Everyone walks around like being slightly miserable is a personality trait. I came here to enjoy myself and left wondering why anyone stays. Never again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like to cut this guy's jib. Do you know what? I was thinking this the other day. I think Americans hating on English is the worst it's been in living memory.
Go on.
Just
Why were you thinking that the other day?
Because I heard a comic on like they were just shitting on British comedy, and I was thinking,
British comedy?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was Rogan.
Oh.
Oh. What, doing it again recently?
Yeah,
Like in a later episode?
well, there was a few of them on there, and they were just talking about like, yeah.
But they don't know what it is.
No.
They don't know what it... I don't know what they... I do you know what? I bet what they think is English comedy, I bet is shit. Do you know what I mean? They go
Yeah.
like... And then they'll give you the examples and you'd go, yeah, I mean, we don't like that. Do you know what I mean? It's not...
Yeah.
It's not what's upset you now, Paul.
Exactly.
Huh? I'm telling you now. No, I mean, England, yeah, I mean, the world is, I don't know, where can you go that's not more depressing than it was? Italy, Jabella.
Mike D was in the Beastie Boys.
Oh,
Still is,
interesting.
I imagine.
So I've got a very short review from a petrol station in Lincoln. It's just someone that went on there. Name is Abel B. I got petrol at the petrol station, and
start.
I was punched in the face by one of the workers there because they thought I was her ex-boyfriend.
That is amazing.
And that's it. That's the review. He's quite unhappy about that.
That's really good.
I would be unhappy.
I would be
Yeah.
too.
That's not okay, is it?
No.
No.
Come on, mate.
Do you know what do you know what I didn't know? That happened. You've just reminded me. I have to be at a petrol station. I didn't know you weren't meant to look at your phone when you're filling up for petrol.
I don't think that's the case anymore,
Oh,
is it?
fuck,
No, it is. It is. They tell you
I'm
on the
telling
thing.
you, it is. An alarm went off.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like, meow, meow, meow. Excuse me, sir. 903. Back off from the thing. I'm looking around. I'm like, what's going on? Something's
yeah,
happening.
yeah.
And it was me.
Yeah.
And furious.
Yeah.
Absolutely furious. The bloke, I was saying, I'm so sorry, I didn't know about that. And they couldn't believe that I didn't know. I was like, I've only passed my test like a couple of years ago. I didn't get told about that. There's no sign. If it's that bad, you got to put up a sign. There's no sign.
Yeah, there should be a sign. That's the most embarrassing
I
thing to
didn't
get
think it
called
was
out.
still not allowed.
Shall I have a look?
I don't know where I was, but they
yeah.
were really pissed
I mean, not that
off.
I've been doing it, Shell, if you're watching. But,
I now don't do it because I was so embarrassed.
Yeah,
So
that
I
is-
actually wait.
yeah, that is awful.
Really angry. There was
Yeah.
a woman that worked in the there was an ambulance parked up.
They're going to
petrol.
ban smoking at those places soon, aren't they?
I know. It's just getting out of control. It's
As soon as they
unbelievable.
do that, I'm going to get an electric car, mate. Bloody nanny state.
Yeah, apparently they do it because of the electrical components in there might ignite.
Yeah, he said if your phone explodes, if your phone blows up, that's what he said. If your phone blows up, then
Well, if my phone blows up, I'm fucked anyway, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah. you can't just be.
Yeah, worried about everyone else.
You can't be just walking around. You know, we can't live in a world where the question is, what if it blows up?
Isn't there a certain amount of cases of spontaneous combustion every year?
Good point, yeah.
So, right, we'll have to pay for your petrol over there in case you spontaneously combust.
Good point.
I mean, where'd you draw the line?
I forgot that people spontaneously combust.
That's not
Did
real.
No, it's real. It is
It's
real.
not real. I'm not,
I saw a YouTube documentary about it.
I refuse to accept that people spontaneously combusting is real.
They do.
It's not real.
What do you
I
reckon
don't
is
care what you...
people that are like in debt or having an affair that have just set fire to themselves and gone, I spontaneously combusted.
There is
How
no
many
way.
cases of spontaneous combustion are there per year?
Are they saying there are per year?
Oh, 200. Okay. Over 300 years, there have been about 200 cited reports of spontaneous human
Over
combustion.
how many years?
300.
Oh.
So it is very rare.
Okay,
But I mean,
how
even
many,
one-
How many? Look, I want you to. How many times a year do people's phones blow up?
Right.
That's going to be.
That's going to be high.
I've
I
never seen it.
know. I know someone whose vape blew up in their pocket and they had to go to hospital.
Who?
So a friend,
Right. Why did they have to go to hospital?
because it blew up in their pocket. And
Burn them?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no actual figure, but it's very low for the average user.
Okay, roughly in that figure.
I can't find anything. I've typed in.
I think
fact,
you're
the
more
only-
likely to spontaneously combust than you are your phone to go off.
That's definitely not true.
That's not true.
Okay.
Do you know anyone that's spontaneously combusted?
The best thing.
Do you
that
know
could
anyone
happen
whose
now-
phone's blown up?
The great.
Well, Sean does.
Can I?
No,
can-
vape, that was.
That was a vape.
Okay,
Can
fine,
I just
okay.
say the best callback ever would be towards the end of this episode? Paul spontaneously combust. What the fuck was that? And it's in his mouth. Left on the floor, man.
Yeah, do you know what would be the most annoying part of that? I'm gone. Probably be like the most watched clip of all time. And you two go on to have the biggest podcast in England without me.
No, we wouldn't do that.
What do you fucking would,
What
you liar.
they do with ABBA.
No, like hologram.
Hologram of
No, hold on. I do not give you permission to use my hologram. If I spontaneously combust, I want this committed to film that I refuse to let them use my image. All right, let's get this wrapped up.
Guys, do you feel weird?
Is it warming? Is it warming?
Oh my good lord. I think it's time now to head over.
Get rid of the skin flints.
Get rid of the skin flints. Head over to our Patreon. To the Unhappy Mondays watching or listening, we'll see you in free to... No, I've done this the wrong order. Basically, if you're not a Patreon, go and sign up now. Patreon.com/WUYN, or it's in the notes. Just tap the link, sign up, and you'll be over to the Patreon to join the other Unhappy Mondays, where there are literally hundreds of extra episodes. If not, don't worry. See you again next week. But to the patrons, we'll see you in 3, 2, 1.